Hello, I'm Lucy from Jackson Woodturners.
Hello, and I'm Joanne from Jackson Woodturners.
And today we're just going to have a quick talk about staircases and getting a new staircase. So we don't manufacture staircases. We just do the parts that go on a staircase. And by that, I mean
Handrail, base rails, spindles, glass, mule posts, all the components that go round the stairs.
all the nice bits. So whilst we don't make staircases, we often have people who come to us who've had a new staircase made and they want us to put the niceties in it, fill it out. And I just want to talk to you about what I would recommend when you're thinking about getting a new staircase. You might be having a loft conversion, an extension at home, and you want a new staircase. And my advice always is start at the end. So you might want, for example, glass. You might want the black metal iron spindles. You might want oak newels, but you're going to carpet the treads. If you can decide on that look, on that final, this is what I really want look, it helps the person or the joinery manufacturer or the builder to get the key components in place for your staircase so that when you come to us, it's easy. We all know where we're at. And by that, I mean, when a staircase is made, there's certain parts that get fitted, like your newel posts and your side strings. So I'm going to use an example, Joanne.
Yeah.
I want oak newels, but my strings, I'm just going to paint because I'm going to have potentially a white base rail, but then I want iron spindles. So when I'm getting my staircase made, I can get a relatively cheap flight of stairs made because I'm going to carpet them. But I want those newels to be in oak because ultimately that's what I'm going to put. That's what I want my final look, the end products to be. My side strings can just go in a cheap wood because I can either paint them or I can clad them afterwards. But the newels must be in oak. We get a lot of people that come into us. They've literally had a cheap flight of stairs made. It's all in pine. And they want me to make it look like oak. And it's difficult. I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is exactly why you're saying, let's start with the end product.
Exactly. Let's start at the end. Let's decide what we want it to look like. Are we going to carpet the stairs? Are we going to put a runner on the stairs? You know, if we're putting a runner on, do we need to get different treads and risers? We're going to carpet the whole lot. Well, let's just have a cheap sort of ply tread and riser. We're not going to see it. So it's just asking the questions, but ask the questions to the people who are going to make the stairs.
Yeah.
Who's making the stairs? Are you sorting it? Is the builder sorting it? Because ultimately, this is your house, you know, and we want you to have what you want, not what the builder's decided for you.
And that often happens.
So just take an extra day, have a think. And if you can't decide what you want in the middle, do I want glass? Do I want spindles? It doesn't matter. We can sort that after. The main things are your newels. So if you just take one bit of advice for that new staircase is decide on your newels, decide on the timber, and then the rest is easy. Anyway, we hope you found that interesting. Any questions, give us a shout. You know where we are.